What's up, everybody? Yes, welcome back to football, baby. It is 2025, not 2024, as the graphics said. But we're back. Welcome to Fantasy Fuck Around. I am Tvshka. This is my boy Josh. What's up, man? How you doing, Josh?
Oh, it's such a great feeling. It's just
so good. So good.
It's so good. It's so good to finally get back to cheers, ladies and gentlemen. We're not quite there yet, but man, does it feel we're being teased so bad right now.
Yeah, I'm getting bricked up.
Yeah, blue ball the hell out of not having football, but that's okay because this show is about you getting ready and to dominate your fantasy football NFL season. I know we have a lot of our Discord members that are in our draft, which we will be drawing later on today, and we will also have legal representation on to make sure everything is above board. Okay, so no complaints, or you will see our lawyer that we have on retainer for a low price of his good faith. So, but let's get in to the show, which we're going to do is go over what happened last year.
And ladies and gentlemen, just to let you know, this is our preseason too.
Yeah.
Okay. Some of us are having some technical errors on our computer side. So, yeah, man, it's just, it's a new year. We're going to have a little bit of a new look. We also got some new players joining us, man, which I'm excited about. But yeah, dude, we've got to get to the top 10, baby.
Do it.
Yeah, let's go. We're putting the work in.
We're working.
Keep putting the work in.
We're working. You know, also is putting the work in.
Oh, the boys on the
players last year. Hopefully they do it this year. But for those who don't know, the top 10 finishers of last year, we're going to do each one except for kickers and defenses, which we'll get into in a little bit because that's a different part of the segment. We're not going to do top 10 kickers and defenses anymore.
Yeah,
that's going to be
hard. We're not fucking lame.
Yeah, so we're not doing that.
Yeah.
I know kickers are people too, and defense wins championships. Not in fantasy, typically.
Barely people.
Right. So, what happened last year, for those who don't know, the top 10 were Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Baker Mayfield, Jaden Daniels, Jared Goff, Bo Nix, rookie getting in the mix, along with Jaden Daniels, Jalen Hurts, Sam Darnold, and Kyler Murray. Now, for those who are kind of keep track, there was a decent drop-off between Lamar and Josh and Joe and Baker from the rest of the field. Lamar finished with 434. Josh Allen and Baker and Joe were all in like the 380s. So now if you looked at the stats, Lamar Jackson's season, which should have won the MVP, was an outlier because I don't think he's going to repeat that.
Not wrong.
But that being said, I don't see where Allen, Burrow, and Jackson aren't still finishing in the top 5 of the QB1s this season. Tvshka, what was one of the things that stuck out to you?
I mean, talk about the quarterbacks. I mean, it's got to be Daniels, man. 2 years in a row, a freaking rookie. I mean, could this be a three-peat? Could we get a third? Is it Cam Newton? Is it somebody else? Is it Shedeur Sanders? Could he be the chosen one in Cleveland? It's not going to happen there, guys.
No. This quarterback class is not very good this year.
Bless.
So we'll get into why I speak about Shedeur Sanders. He's not starting. So now, granted, what Jaden did was incredible. Bo Nix was even more incredible, and I think that's more of just Bo Nix being a little bit older. So he just knows the routines and things of that nature. Because he felt like he spent like 7 years in college.
Yeah.
But Sean Payton is just one of those dudes when it comes to coaches.
He's a guru for sure.
Yeah, he's a guru. But your boy Baker, that's the one that I'm like, can he repeat what he did? He's got a new offensive coordinator, but the dude's had a different offensive coordinator, like I think his whole career. So he's on a resurgence.
You got Godwin back. You've got Evans. You got the new guy, Mbuka.
Yeah,
I mean,
Mbuka,
come on.
McMillan.
Yeah.
Evans Can he do it? Can he get to another 1,000-yard season?
Yep, he will. It'll be like the story of the year. Like he'll have like 950 going into the last match.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, can he do it? And then off of like 2 plays or, a few big plays, he'll get it.
Yeah.
And if he gets a good storybook ending, and then it'll be the last time he's ever going to be able to do that.
Right.
At his ripe old age.
Yeah. That is the most underrated, not talked about first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. I don't see why you wouldn't put him in there. He's a 1,000-yard receiver every year of his career, and he's Super Bowl champion. So,
Thanks,
and he helped Johnny Manziel win a Heisman Trophy when they beat Alabama that one game.
Yeah, dude. Big 12, baby. Let's go.
But I don't see Jalen Hurts falling off. The only one, Sam Darnold, is with a new team. He's with Seattle, and who knows? It could work there. Could he? I mean, obviously, he turned back into a pumpkin at the end of the season, but not in fantasy wise. So he played pretty well. They've got Cooper Kupp there. Whether or not, I don't know how much left he's got left in the tank, because they do not have DK Metcalf anymore. I mean, a lot of their receiving core, other than JSN, can JSN really make that next step? He hasn't been able to do it, and I just don't see him able to do it with Sam Darnold. And then Kyler Murray, he likes Call of Duty more than he likes the football field, and it's just he's so frustrating because of how good he is, and he just doesn't care. It comes across like he just doesn't care.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it seems like it might be spreading to the rest, a good portion of the team too.
Yeah,
and we'll see if Marvin Harrison takes a step up this year, along with Kyler. But yeah, man, I mean, it just seems like he's a more successful Anthony Richards. Like he just plays when he wants to play. I'm tired. Pick me out.
I don't get it. I just don't. I don't know. Maybe I just don't have that. I don't understand the mentality. But moving on to the running backs, last year was Jahmyr Gibbs in our league. Okay, those who don't know, it's a full point PPR. So Jahmyr Gibbs, a lot of times because he caught more balls.
52 receptions.
Yeah. So it was ridiculous what he did. Yeah, 52. Now, granted, Bijan had 61.
And Achane.
And Achane. Oh, Achane blew it up. He had 87 targets. Sorry, 87 targets.
78.
But 78 receptions. So, but, what he did on the ground and all that stuff, just Gibbs was ridiculous. I know Giff. I would bring up Gibbs just so Giff could, our reigning champion, Giff, is in the chat. He loves Gibbs because Gibbs was he is the guy that he will target this year, depending on your draft order. Because we will do the same thing we did every year. So you just have to have the luck of the draw. If you were like our former champion of 2 years ago, I drew him. He got the first pick. So there's no
dude. Okay, if it happens again, if it's Haygood or if it's Gift, I'm out. Like we're changing it up next year. We're rolling dice. We're doing something different. We're going to bet on a race, and each of us is its own, choice. I don't know. But it's going to be, I'm going to lose my shit if that happens.
But yeah, it went Gibbs, Barkley, Bijan Robinson, Derrick Henry, because just when he thought he was out, he's back in. Devon Achane, sorry. Josh Jacobs, Kyron Williams, James Cook, Alvin Kamara, and Chase Brown, which of those, I kind of like Chase Brown to take a step up this season.
Yep, everybody does.
That's what I'm expecting. Alvin, I think, is going to be like, no one on here would be like, oh, they're going to take a step back. Like, even if they take the step back, they're still going to be a top 15 running back. I just don't see this list falling behind. Barkley, I don't think is going to have the same output. I mean, he's not going to rush for 2,000 yards. With that, like you can't survive 17 weeks like he did 16 technically, as he said as last week. But you can't do the workload that he had over again and duplicate it. If he does it, great. Just historically, that does not happen. Gibbs is an anomaly to me because Barkley's a little bit older. He's on the older side of things. Gibbs isn't. He's in his third year.
23 years old.
Yeah, and so he's. And they still have the Knuckles in David Montgomery there. So That's the only reason is because Saquon is the back in Philly. Bijan is the back in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Gibbs still splits carries. But if David Montgomery goes out, I mean, you don't want to have someone have injured because you're going to be drafting David Montgomery in those mid-tier rounds because he's worth it. But Gibbs is the anomaly because I think he could be the best running back of the season. But if he finishes running back 7, it wouldn't surprise me.
Yep.
Yes,
yep.
and that's true. He does. Yeah. Ben is now the head coach of the Chicago Bears. So
that's bad Ben Bears.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, we'll see. Hey, real quick though, question about Chase Brown. So I'm looking at the projections for this year, right, per sleeper. Do you think Brown is actually going to be above Kyren Williams or Jonathan Taylor Thomas?
I think he's going to be above Jonathan Taylor. Kyren is different because he gets a lot of goal line. Like, he's their goal line guy. Now, Chase Brown is their goal line guy, too. I think because there's really no other backs. See, last year, Chase kind of split carries with Zach Moss and some other guys, and like Samaje Perine, I think is still there. It's Chase Brown's team. So that team has to score a lot because their defense is non-existent. So I expect Chase and Kyren. If you're asking me, I'd take Chase on the upside, but Kyren on the consistency. But I would take the next step with Chase Brown over Kyren, and definitely over Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
Yeah, well, projection-wise, they're having Taylor, Irving, Williams, and then Brown. Of course, that is
who's Irving's
projection? Bucky.
Oh, Bucky. Okay, yeah. I didn't. Okay.
Yeah, no, right. Yeah, without it by itself, it's kind of a weird one.
No, I just don't want to bring him up because I don't want to tip anybody off how much I like Bucky Irving this year.
Yeah, that's gonna be the fun part this year.
Yeah,
people watching us and taking our picks.
That's okay. Good. You know what? Cool. Thank you for watching.
Yeah, and then they'll be like, if you win your why league, didn't you win this whole thing? Yeah, because you're cheating ass. Looking at you, Giff, you suck. No, and congratulations again to our champ. Yeah, man. What do you got for wide receivers?
Okay, so we have Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, which they were on the same LSU team of 2019. Just so you know, with Joe Burrow as their quarterback. And Amon-Ra St. Brown, Brian Thomas Jr., Drake London, Malik Neighbors, Terry McLaurin, CeeDee Lamb, JSN, and Garrett Wilson. Now, here's the issue. Garrett Wilson is going to have a gajillion targets, but his quarterback doesn't throw the ball. He doesn't throw the ball very well. But Garrett Wilson, somehow or another, is an outlier of a terrible team and a terrible quarterback when it comes to fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
So ever since last year, I was just like, I need to take him, but I don't want to, even with Aaron Rodgers, because you could just tell he wasn't there with Garrett, and even though Garrett was playing great, Brian Thomas Jr. is going to be electric. I don't see him slipping, even with Travis Hunter as his teammate. He might be. I don't know. Yeah, you can't draft a Jet with that QB. It's tough to do. Jamar Chase being almost 100 fantasy points better than the next wide receiver and Justin Jefferson is still incredible to me.
Insane.
Now, he's probably going to be 1-1 in a lot of leagues, and I think he should be.
Yeah.
Is Joe Burrow still his quarterback? Is his defense dog shit? Do they have to score a lot of points in order to be in every game? It's perfect for fantasy. Bad if you're a Bengals fan because that's stressful as hell. Justin Jefferson, we'll see what J.J. McCarthy's got in him. I know what Justin Jefferson's got in him, which is a lot of talent.
And a lot of go tagger blood.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, Terry McLaurin, right now, he's holding out. He wants to trade.
Yeah.
So who knows?
Washington, man. That looks like it might be a little bit of a I mean, it looked great with all the acquisitions, the trades, the pickups, and then now getting rid of running backs. You got people holding out. I mean,
they got Debo and
right.
They like their running back room. They wouldn't be doing what they're doing right now if they didn't like their running back room.
Yeah, we'll see though. I mean,
which honestly includes like 4.5 because Debo Samuels is get used as running back a lot. So,
yeah, I mean it's still Washington, still Commanders. I don't trust it. They're gonna. I just feel like maybe they're being a little bit too brash and trying to build too fast, possibly. But they know what they have in Jaden, so I don't blame him one bit for throwing the entire farm at him.
That Jay Daniels is so good.
Yeah,
he's so good. Lamar Jr. And as far as CeeDee Lamb, I expect him to be cracked back in the top 5. Dak was hurt a lot of last year, and he was being defended by the Sun. But they have no running game. And George Pickens is there to at least take some of the heat off of CD. I expect him to throw the ball a lot. And there's not just one receiver on that team like there was last year.
Yeah, no, definitely. That's going to be an interesting dynamic. I mean, we've seen shifts in wide receivers all over the place. I mean, like you talked about, Cooper Kupp, they're in Seattle. This one's not a change, but maybe just for the whole team return from injury. The Houston Texans, Nico Collins, right? Not the top 10 for last year, obviously. But this year is projected to be number 9.
Yeah, no, he would have finished like his season when he was going last year was he was on like first 5 weeks of the season he was ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then he got hurt. And then the rest of the team got hurt. And then CJ Stroud went, shit, because he got sacked. And
yep. But hey, looks like they shored up their offensive line, just like the Chiefs. All right, so that might be the other aspect too to consider is do you trust the Chiefs' offense this year to be kind of like the Chiefs' offense of old, where you're actually looking at deep balls, right? Looking at some of those moon balls, so to say. We'll see. There's still a lot of movement, but the line looks better. I mean, at least with the acquisition that we got.
Yeah, I mean, it's Patrick Mahomes, so you really can't count him out.
No, God, no.
He was terrible last year based on where you drafted him. Like, he was probably the biggest bust. Not named Tyreek Hill and CMC because they were just injured. But I'm talking about a player that played all season and just put up dog crap numbers for fantasy-wise. But he still made the Super Bowl because he's Patrick Mahomes, and they're the Chiefs.
And you got that defense, baby. All you got to do is score 23 points, and you win.
Yeah. But I'm not going to count out Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes, but, Kelsey, he's not getting any younger. Xavier Worthy, can he make that next step? I don't know. Pacheco, the ground defeated him last year. Can he defeat the ground this year? I don't know.
Yeah, he's looking good.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. Here's a few quarterbacks.
It comes down to Rashee Rice.
Right. Well, we'll get him for a little bit. Sorry. Just kind of to the Mahomes of it all. You've got Herbert, Geno Smith, Purdy, Rodgers, Williams, Love, and Stroud that all ended below Patrick Mahomes. So even though he didn't have a phenomenal year like he normally does, and people do overdraft him for sure. But that said, to the Rashee Rice of it all, looks like he's going to be able to play for at least the first 4 weeks. Mid-September is whenever he's going to have his hearing. Looks like possibly 4 to 6 weeks. Some people are saying 8 on the high side. If anybody's saying 12, they're absolutely redonkulous.
I don't think it's 12. I don't think it's going to be 12. I think it's going to be 4 to 8.
Yeah, there's just some people that are just being incredulous. Who would have thought? There's talking heads that try to just gain attention by throwing out absurd numbers. 4 kind of seems to be some of the general consensus. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't know if we've had a fleeing the scene accident. I'm sure there was maybe in the 90s or 2000s at some point, but we just haven't really seen one lately to be able to kind of gauge what Goodell and his group is wanting to kind of look at. But they kind of have their own issues to kind of work through as well as a league. But yeah, man, anything else on wide receivers before we go to tight ends?
No. I don't care who the quarterback is. Malik Neighbors is amazing. as long as he's healthy.
Yeah.
Drake London, I don't care. Michael Penix is going to be he's going to be fine for Drake London. He's a competent enough quarterback. It's just the whole thing about Drake. I mean, Penix coming out about Kyle Pitts. I'm like, shut up. It's Drake London is a solid ass receiver.
Yeah. So. And with the wide receivers for the projections next year, Sleeper, has it as Chase, Lamb, Jefferson, then Neighbors, man. So they're projecting him to be number 4. Then you got Nakua, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Collins, Thomas, then London. As you're talking about with London. So, Tyreek Hill just out of the top 10.
Tyreek Hill, since we're on that and we're talking about the draft, Tyreek Hill is the person that this is whoever we're going to find out who the biggest gambler is in your draft. Because he's either going to be Tyreek Hill and you're going to look like a genius, or you're going to crap out.
No,
I don't think there's going to be any in between with Tyreek Hill, because I don't think the Dolphins are going to be very good this year.
Yeah, man, there's so much smoke and fire down there.
Yeah. It's just not looking good. With
and on top of that, I mean, Nakua's or not Nakua, Tua Tagovailoa is still healthy. So it's like, I thought that was the main issue, guys. Now you got all this other shit. Yikes. Adios mio.
Yeah. There was one other thing I was going to... crap. Who was the other... dang it. Oh, yeah. Puka Nacua. I still think he's going to be a top 10 receiver, even with Devontae Adams opposed him. Now, he won't be a top 10 receiver if Matthew Stafford is hurt, which is kind of an issue.
Yeah, that's the kind of linchpin that a lot of people are waiting on as well. Supposedly, he was at practice today.
Yeah, but the thing is, when Puka is healthy, I think Puka is undeniable. Like he's inevitable of just the type of player he is when healthy. So I think he can overcome the loss of Matthew Stafford for parts of the season. I don't think he's going to win you championships without Matthew Stafford as his quarterback on that. And then to kind of round out here for the tight ends, we have Brock Bowers. It's one. I went 22 minutes. I didn't mention him. Didn't do it. But yeah, we got Brock Bowers, Trey McBride, George Kittle, Jonnu Smith, Travis Kelce, Mark Andrews, Zach Ertz, Sam Laporta, Freiermuth, and Tucker Kraft rounded out. Now, here's the situation about tight ends. There's a big drop-off from the top 4. So it's like, oh, he finished the top 10 tight end. Guess what? They probably sucked. They just did. You better have a lot of other people covering for you. Yeah. So this is
now. Who are you considering the top 4?
I'm saying of just the scoring wise. I'm not saying, but to me, like it's Bowers, McBride, Kittle, and then there's other people you can draft.
Right. So then, like top 3.
Those are the top.
You're not throwing Laporta in that top 4 mix.
No, not even with the new, because we have a new offensive coordinator too, where Ben Johnson would scheme to get Laporta the ball with the way he schemed his tight ends. I don't know how this new offensive coordinator is going to scheme Laporta. Now, was it? Now we're going to find out if it's Laporta or was it the scheme? Because sometimes that happens.
Yeah. Well, the scheme didn't help him out too much last year.
No.
Well, his rookie year for sure.
He was dinged up all last year too. But his rookie year was insane. Now, that being said, Brock Bowers is different. He's a different. He's bald now.
Oh, did he shave?
Oh, yeah, he shaved. He brought it home.
More aerodynamic, man. He's going to be faster.
Yes.
Maybe he needs to get like racing stripes on the side.
Right.
So we go faster.
And George Kittle, other than our boy Pearsall, George Kittle is that team. So, like, he's going to get a truckload of targets.
Yeah. Yeah, that whole affair there is going to be interesting. I mean, you got Pearsall and Ayuk basically being the wide receiver, number 1 and 2. You got McCaffrey back, but at what level? Supposedly from camp and preseason, it looks pretty good. So we'll see about that. But yeah, you got Purdy, who just got the contract, and then you got Kittle. And Kittle finished number 3, and he's projected to be number 3 as well.
Yeah. I mean, I think that those three are Bowers, McBride, and Kittle are projected as the top three.
Yeah. Yep. Top three. And here's the crazy part. So Bowers, 249 projected points. Trey McBride, 247. Guess how close Kittle is?
Like 220?
208.
208, yeah.
Yeah. So like a whole, almost 40 points.
Yeah.
So 39 points down. That's just, I mean, even just from those three, there's, that good of a drop.
And I will come back to this top 10 and what you were saying from last year. I'm going to come back to that when we get to our tips. So,
yeah, no, definitely. So, but yeah, I mean, one question for them, for you, I guess, really with tight ends, the Mark Andrews and Likely situation. I mean, which one are you trusting more out of those two? And are you trusting anybody tight end wise from the Ravens camp?
I mean, you're gonna probably take a flyer on one of them. I mean, Mark Andrews still finished top 10, but it's not Mark Andrews-esque. I mean, he was almost 100 points worse than Brock Bowers. I mean, he was underwhelming last year.
Yeah,
it was stupid.
So last year he finished 69 targets, 55 receptions, 673 yards. So he was averaging, almost 10 yards, I guess, per catch, but 12 per catch. And but the big thing is 11 touchdowns. That's the most touchdowns he has scored in his entire career in 1 year.
Right.
And he did so in 8 games?
Yeah. So,
is that a sign for what it is this year, or was that kind of the last flash in the pan for a guy that is aging a little bit with him being 29 years old?
Right. As long as Lamar is there and Mark Andrews is healthy, he will still be a starter on someone's team. If it's a tight end league, which ours is. If it's a non-tight end league, you can kind of disregard what we're talking about. Just focus on those top three guys. But if you have a tight end league, Mark Andrews is still going to be selected. It just depends on what value are you giving up for Mark Andrews, which to me, I wouldn't be giving up a lot.
Yeah. I remember Andrews started off cold in the beginning of the year.
Yeah. Isaiah Likely after week 1, everyone's, oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah. Brock Bowers helped out. Oh my God, man. He probably was a good reason why you won the league for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Smith. Yeah. Johnny Smith, or not Johnny Smith.
That's Johnny Smith.
Is it Johnny? Okay. I don't know why I was thinking something different. But yeah, after Laporta didn't do much. Yeah, that was a tough one. And you weren't in the league last year. I think I had Johnny Smith for a good portion of it.
Yeah. Love Johnny Smith.
That was a good ride for that 4 or 5 weeks, man. It was so good.
He's the most consistent tight end to play on multiple teams, and he just moves teams every year. And he's on the Steelers again because he went to the Falcons. He was on the Dolphins. Now he's on the Steelers and he's back with Arthur Smith. So I would draft Johnny Smith over Brock Bowers based on the fact that Arthur Smith loves Johnny Smith more than his wife. I swear to you.
Yeah. You know what else Arthur Smith likes? And vamp a little bit because I'm going to upload a video.
Okay. We'll upload a video. But yeah, when it comes to tight ends, and we'll get to it with the tips here, but don't and we'll get to this about overspending. Just because you like a player doesn't mean you have to draft him number 1 overall. It's about building a team, not I'm glad I have that player, because you might be glad you have that player, but you're going to be not so happy when you are crapping the bed during fantasy season.
So you're saying don't draft with your heart?
Not necessarily, as long as that heart gets you in the right position.
Okay. What if you draft with this?
Oh, God.
What do you draft with that, dude? What is that? What is that? What are you doing? What are you doing, bro? What are we doing here?
I'm not saying that I've seen that all over the internet, but
yeah, right. It's so dumb, so ridiculous. You hear that?
Yeah.
What is that?
It's almost like the opening to Goosebumps or something. you got transitions and shit.
It's the news and updates transition. Oh, God bless it, bro. Oh my God, so much to get into because we're culminating, a good portion of all the preseason and such. But yeah, man, what do you have for us right now?
So right now, obviously, we talked about before. Rashid Rice will be facing his disciplinary hearing 4 weeks into the season. Yeah, well, it worked out for him last year. And then Quinshon Judkins, his charges were dropped, but the NFL still might be taking some discipline action against him as well, which is the rookie running back of Ohio State who plays for the Browns. Because, if you're on the Browns, you're facing disciplinary situations. I don't know. It's part of it. And then, just when you thought he was out, they brought him back in.
Something about Flacco that I missed. I can't quite put my finger on it, but there was something I trusted more about Flacco. Like the
Joe Flacco has been named the starter for the Cleveland Browns for Week 1.
What?
Oh my God, the eliteness that is Joe Flacco.
I mean, he's steady.
Yeah.
He's as boring as a 700 credit score, but it's still steady. Still get you places, man.
Yeah. He is the club sandwich.
Dude.
Because it's like it does its job.
He's a pinwheel. He's a pinwheel. So easy to just call up on and get it done. And but everybody likes it because it's consistent and it wins. Yeah. Cleveland Browns. I mean, come on.
Might as well. You got that jersey with all the other stuff. So hey, Brennan. Also, to get into some crazy news, Brian Robinson Jr. will sit and likely be traded or cut.
Yeah.
Which is nuts. But yeah, they already have for those who don't know, Brian Robinson Jr. had his best season last year with the Washington Commanders. And so everyone was kind of like, oh, that's a great, because he scored a lot of touchdowns last year. He finished pretty well for being, not very, like he only averaged like 4.1 yards a carry. Like it wasn't like he wasn't jumping off the page, but he was a great number 2 running back.
Yeah. He actually finished number 3. Oh, that's a different Robinson.
Bijan Robinson.
Oh, got to be Bijan.
Yeah. Shout out to that guy on the internet that went viral for drafting Brian Robinson Jr. number 1 overall, thinking it was Bijan.
Sorry about it.
Back in the day.
I in his defense, I do feel like they need to put the suffix after it. Like if it's junior, if it's a third, put it on the name. Just do it.
They apparently someone did say, dude, there's a junior on there. Do you see that? So they did put it on the
not a junior on ours.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
They already have Austin Eckler and then veteran Jeremy McNichols. Like I said, Deebo Samuel's expected to play some in that area, and they also have a third-year back in Chris Rodriguez and 7th-round rookie Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt, who ran a 32-yard touchdown tonight. So that's probably why they're trying to move Brian Robinson to another team. For all you dynasty people out there who have them on their team, not naming names, son of a bitch. But just because they leave one team doesn't mean they can't get picked up on another and be productive. Sometimes that happens for that. But for Brian Robinson people out there that were trying to target him, I would stay away.
Do you think Brian Robinson is kind of like a new Samaje Perine?
I think he's better, but yes, in that sense.
I mean, he's better right now, but he's also like 6 years, he's junior. He's 26 years old. But Samaje Perine, I mean, he's played for quite a bit of people. I think last 3 years was Bengals, and then I think it was Broncos and then Chiefs, if I remember right.
Like
and now he's back with the Bengals. But solid player. He's the Joe Flacco of running backs. But yeah, I mean, hopefully you can get picked up by somebody and, be of use, but fantasy use, not looking too great. Not looking too great, man.
Yeah, sure. Just send him to the Cowboys where he doesn't do shit either, because that running back room's not going to do dog crap.
Ouch, Ryan. Come on, man. We're trying to have fun tonight, and look what you're doing to my boy. You're coming at him all wrong.
Just going through that depth chart, I'm just like, oh. The only thing that's there is Jaden Blue, because he's a rookie. that I'm excited about. Injury-wise, Matthew Stafford was actually seen at practice in uniform today. So that is a step in the right direction because the dude's got back problems. He's had back problems for the past 6 years, it feels like. Tough, one of the toughest SOBs that never complains or gripes or anything. I mean, he dislocated his shoulder and went back in and threw a touchdown to a game winner. He's just different.
Yeah, he deserves all those phenomenal bed mattresses that he tries to sell.
And then Justin Jefferson returned to practice. But here's the thing. He hasn't practiced in 25 days. So don't think he hadn't practiced in 25 days, he's going to suck. No, he won't suck. He's Justin Jefferson. But he might not get off to the hot start because he's still kind of get up to game speed. That's the significance of it. I think I'm just letting you know if he doesn't perform in week 1, he's just a little game speed off. That's okay.
I mean, who was it that did it last year? Was it Ayuk?
Yeah.
49ers? Yeah. I mean, he's not Ayuk, dude. I mean, Jefferson is a whole different pedigree. I feel like this dude can turn it on. And at the same time, it's not like he's playing with a new quarterback. Now, is JJ
playing with
from an injury of the year? Yes. Yeah. But he's been there the whole time.
Yeah.
So they've gotten to know each other. I guarantee you they've thrown quite a bit together often. And he's just at a comfortable spot. I'm not looking too much into this. It's still Justin Jefferson. The big question is just JJ McCarthy. Is he going to be as vanilla as Sam Arnold? If so, that's great because vanilla quarterbacks work perfectly up in the cold.
Yeah.
Up there in Minnesota.
Yeah. But that's all I got for the main news and notes. Obviously, as we know, the running back for James, the running back for Buffalo. Jesus Christ, James Cook. There you go. My brain.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, that guy. He did sign for a nice little $48 million. So they got them there. But I wouldn't be surprised if Ray Davis gets a little bit more carries this year in that running back.
Carries or kicks?
Yes.
Okay.
Mainly carries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Throw his throw. Yeah.
That's Phillip Rivers, not Matthew Stafford.
Oh, good Lord, man. Yeah. I mean, what's he got? 8 kids? It was wild.
Yeah.
So wild. Oh, but yeah, anything else we got for that deal then?
Nope.
Just now?
Oh, hearing something.
Oh, bro. About to get wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wild card, bitches! Yeah!
That's right. We're getting wild up in here. Oh, my God. Man. I mean, you can't do wild card without actually having that.
No.
But yeah, welcome Wild Card, everybody. This is our regular segment to where we change it each and every week. So that way it just kind of fits to what we need that week. And we can just kind of throw whatever we want in here. Who knows? Maybe we'll throw a little bit of a trivia match with it, Wild Card. But yeah, now Josh, I know you've been in the lab with a pen and a pad trying to get this damn label off.
I was literally saying the lyric in my head.
Oh, I know, right? It's so hard not to. But you do have some good tips for us, do you not?
Yeah, I do. Here's my little top 5 tips for your season/draft. Number 1, don't overspend. We all have players in the draft we want, but the main thing is to not pass up on value when you get them later. Be sure to look at the other options as you picked to make sure you don't pass up on value when you could get said player a little bit later. So what I mean by that, ladies and gentlemen, is quarterbacks mainly and tight ends.
Yeah.
Is you overspending for that tight end / quarterback when you're going to pass up a lot better value than if you drafted them. So like a Lamar or a Josh Allen. Like if you don't see, like if you're between like Lamar, Drake London, Malik Neighbors, and Devon Achane, why are you picking Lamar? Jaden Daniels could be there later on. Joe Burrow could be there later on. Baker Mayfield could be there later on. Devon Achane, Drake London, Malik Neighbors will not be there later on. Same thing with Brock Bowers, George Kittle, or Trey McBride. Same exact thing. Those, you can get other tight ends that will be sufficient enough that will not ruin, you're going to be basically on the uphill climb during the season to hope something happens on the waiver wire, which we can get to here. But that's why you do not overspend. Like the heart and the head thing, sometimes you can overspend with your heart. Like, sure, I'm a Cowboys fan. I want to get CeeDee Lamb whenever I can, but I'm not going to take him 1-1 if I have the 1-1. It just doesn't make sense to me on that. When Jamar Chase is staring me right in the face, or Justin Jefferson, or Saquon Barkley, or Bijan Robinson, I'm not going to do that. Because I know there are some question marks with CeeDee Lamb. Not his talent, but everything else going on around him because he plays for the gosh damn Dallas Cowboys. Is that really country? But there's really no question marks with Jamar, Justin, Bijan, and Saquon. The only question about Saquon is, can he do it for 17 weeks again? That's the only question. I'm not questioning that team, an organization, and everything else that's going on. Okay. Number 2, don't take preseason as gospel. Okay. Because a lot of times people focus in on preseason and they think, oh, I want that guy. I'm not saying don't pay attention to it, as it will give you nothing, but also
Charbonnet looks so good.
Right. Exactly.
Against the third string.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Like, don't watch a 4th-string receiver ball out in the second half against the 3rd-string defense and take him in the 6th round. Like, no, don't do that. We've all been victim to it. We've all been victim to it, but don't do it. They're like with that running back, the 7th round running back. People are going to be salivating over him. They're probably going to take him late, which is fine. If you want to take a stab at a receiver or a running back in the 11th, 12th, 13th round, or whatever, how long your leagues are, outside of your kicker and defense, if they even exist in your leagues, like that's when to take a stab at them. Don't pick them in the 8th round when DK Metcalf could be there. I wouldn't. No, you don't overthink the preseason.
Okay, but what about this one though? I mean, this is a very valid question.
Don't do it.
Don't you have to kick in the first round?
Ever.
What if it's Justin Tucker?
I don't feel that.
Yeah, well, he felt a lot.
Yeah, that's
inappropriately.
Yeah, allegedly. But yeah, that's what I've got for that.
That's true.
And then I was kind of alluding to with the tight ends and also the running backs is targets are key. Okay, because I wish me and Tvshka could predict the touchdowns that people are going to score.
God bless. Great.
But you know what's easier to predict? The targets that they get. Okay? Because if you track how many players is getting targeted, it typically will translate to a better consistent fantasy score. If you draft a home run hitter that gets, 4 targets a game, that's more of a costly gamble than that. So it's like, oh, he scored a lot of touchdowns last year. The touchdowns, if they scored that many touchdowns again this year, hallelujah. It's just hard to do. Think about it this way. I'll use Julio Jones as an example. I think he went in his prime. I think he went 2 to 3 years and scored 4 touchdowns in those 2 to 3 years. But you know what he did? He had a gajillion catches for a gajillion yards. And he was still a top 10 receiver, and he was still somebody you took every year. And because the touchdowns was just a bonus. That's why Jamar Chase also won one, because not only does he get his targets, he's also a home run hitter. So, like, that's why Tyreek Hill was so valued, and then he lost a step.
Yeah, well, that whole franchise kind of lost a step.
Yeah. Anything else on the targets are key?
Yeah, targets are key. I mean, like you said, I mean, you can kind of look at, quite a bit and kind of predict to a certain extent. We're looking at injuries, right? So we've talked about, some of the injuries already and how that can affect, target share, that can affect kind of receptions. Looking at Kittle there in San Francisco, his target share is going to be up. And that greatly helps. It's just, there's a few of these that we have because we have a lot of new head coaches. Great offensive coordinators. That's why they got the positions, but new head coaches.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how they can handle all of that. If they kind of give the reins a little bit, to their OC that they're selecting. We'll see. We'll see kind of how all that shakes out. But yeah, definitely. I mean, whenever you got like talented people, we're talking about, the top 10 for sure, like Chase and, Robinson, all of them we know. But whenever you start getting, into the 20s, like T. Higgins, Kenneth Walker in Seattle, what does that look like? Kind of for the wide receivers 2s, for, the running, maybe even the main running backs, but just in some questionable situations. We joke about Cowboys, but, Pickens, is he a viable fantasy option within that? Even though he may be a great aid to CeeDee Lamb as far as kind of drawing attention, is he going to get that much targets? But yeah,
I trust Pickens' ability. I don't trust Pickens' mental state.
Oh, what?
That's the
like
I expect
Antonio Brown Jr.
Yeah, well, no, he's not that bad. But I just expect Dallas to be crap. And as soon as you start winning, cures all. So as long as they're winning or being decent, Pickens will be fine. But once you start losing, Pickens will go away. I just feel like he will mentally check out. When it comes to Ken Walker, I expect him to get his targets.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm good there. T. Higgins is T. Higgins. I will never quit T. Higgins. Just quit T. Higgins, unfortunately, just never made it through a full season.
Yeah. And up in Seattle, their line does look really good.
Yeah.
Even though they played against, a good portion of the second team defense for the Chiefs, they even had some of their own starters that were out. But, boy, they looked locked in. So I'm excited about that one.
But yeah, for the target situation when it comes to tight ends, I'll put it this way. Of the top 4 or top 5, they all had over 100 targets. Everyone else had less than 100. So that's why I was targeting Trey McBride all last year, because I was getting him a good value and I knew he was going to get his targets. Because he only scored what? He only had 2 touchdowns. He had 3 touchdowns total, 1 on the ground. And he was still like 20 it was almost 20 points better than George Kittle, because he freaking had 1,146 yards on 111 receptions and 147 targets to George Kittle's 94. Like, you don't have to always have touchdowns, but they help. It's a bonus. But when it comes to tight ends, it's all about their target share. All right. So number 4. Understand the board, okay? And I'm talking about the draft board. The board is there for a reason, not just to make sure you know who's picked. Some people still don't pay attention to it, but it's also there to
board of directors,
right? So let's let you know. Okay, this person is taking it. These people are in front of me. They're already taking a QB, so no need to pick them and pass up on value when they should be there when it comes back to you. Now, the reason I'm saying should in quotes is because some people just like to take 2 quarterbacks in like the 6th, 7th round and whatever. Yes, it does frustrate you to pass up on that quarterback at that time, but guess what? That might free up some more value for you. But just know and understand where people are picking and what they've already picked. If they've already picked a tight end, chances are they're not going to pick another one. They might later on in the rounds. I'm just going by averages. I'm not saying some people might do some crazy things like taking a kicker in the 1st round. On those type of things that some people can say, or take Patrick Mahomes, number 1 overall 2 years ago, which Patrick Mahomes had a fine year that year, but it didn't win you the league.
Yeah, no. And you could have got him in the 3rd round.
You could have got him in the 3rd round. So that's what I'm saying is understand your board. Pay attention to it so you don't overspend and think, oh, crap, I got to take a quarterback. You technically don't have to. Yes, you're gambling on someone not being stupid, but I would have hoped that you're in a league with people that actually know somewhat of what they're doing on that. So don't pay attention to the board. It can let you figure out, okay, I can take a risk on not taking that player and then get this better value. Or if there's no one there and you're like, I don't like this person, I don't like this person, I'm just taking this person, that's fine. I just don't want you to get, when there's a run of quarterbacks or a run of tight ends, you're like, oh crap, I got a tight end, I'm not going to get one. not necessarily hold the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're going to be there.
Yeah. And the tight ends is a great example because that will happen.
Yeah.
You'll have Bowers and you'll have McBride go almost immediately after, which honestly, as it should. Because it's all of a sudden in the forefront of everybody's mind as far as tight ends. But yeah, maybe to talk about Kittle, maybe Laporta, but man, anybody else, just let it breathe. Give it another round.
Let it breathe.
You don't need to get into that soon.
And then my last tip, and this is for the whole season.
Yeah.
Don't freak out. Okay? Do not freak out. All right?
CBD? Or take CBD, or how do you not freak out? Man.
All right? So, whatever you do during the draft or season is freak out. Jamar Chase had a bad game. Who cares? Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow is his QB. You'll be fine. Number 2, don't start unloading players after one bad game. In hindsight, don't fall in love with a player after one game, especially early on, because that player might go off that you took in like the 7th, 8th, or 9th round. That might be their best game. So you might want to unload them, but don't freak out in keeping them, is what I'm saying. This is a marathon, not a sprint. Don't go on tilt. Don't start trading players left and right after one bad week. It's a long fantasy season.
I mean, tell me, don't fall in love with Marvin Harrison. Is it like what, a 20-point game that first one? It's like, oh yeah, here we go.
His second week, his first week,
second week, and it was just like after that, it's like, son of a bitch. Where is that? Bring it back.
Yeah, and obviously have fun. That's my other tip. Have fun. Shoot threes.
That's bullshit.
Yeah. But that's all I got for our wild card bitches tips and tricks.
Yep. No, I love it, man. Ryan says Chase Higgins, Chase, and Burrow 1 through 4 rounds.
Chase Brown, I think is what he's saying. Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Chase Brown, and Burrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just pick all the Bengals. Sometimes that works, and for the Bengals, it might, for as bad as their defense looks.
Man, right, but
you're
also counting on everybody being healthy and it firing on all cylinders, and there not being any drama, which there's contract drama right now with Trey Hendrickson. Ben Soul says, "Don't tell me what to do." Yeah,
we'll try. We know we can't, but we'll try.
Well, you get to tell Josh what to do because you're co-GM.
Yeah, I'm contractually obligated.
Yeah. But yeah, man. No, that's good. I like that. I like those. The don't freak out. Easier said than done.
It is.
Good Lord. Because, man, when you get those like 30-point games, dude, you love them. Mm-hmm. And especially if you got, somebody that comes in like Charbonnet. Even though, a valid pick, but, someone like that where they come in and they get like a 40 burger or something big, you're just like, yeah, we got to get them. And it's like, yeah, you dropped somebody of value, unfortunately, to grab that.
Right.
Not looking at the schedule and who they have coming up, not looking at the injury and when that person is returning, and that, oh, hey, it's only 2 weeks that the starter's going to be out. And then also just, hey, maybe it was a fluke game because maybe that defense had a ton of injuries, or I don't know, maybe they're just playing the Panthers that year or that week. That's what I'm looking forward to, right? I'm looking forward to being able to find those gems, right? For sure, like in that first week, like those undrafted gems.
No, they're such fucking beauties. The gems.
Yeah. They're such beauties. Such beauties. Right, man?
Yeah. We made people laugh and also very scared at the same time.
It's so creepy. I've had nightmares making that video. We'll get some better music for it. But yeah, we are going to be going into the final segment before we do the actual draft lottery, and we will be bringing on our legal concierge here soon. But no, we're going to be going into waivers. Now this, I mean, weekly is going to be covering, kickers and defenses. If you're streaming them, which honestly you probably should. But hey, if you got locked in with somebody, that's great. And they have no sexual harassment or assault issues, then definitely keep them.
Allegedly going on.
Allegedly. But then also, I mean, for me, really, what I'm looking at, for this next week is the undrafted gyms, right? Ones that you can pick up off the waiver wires, where you had to fill in those slots, and it's a day or two after, and you're looking at it, and maybe some more injury news comes out, maybe some more contract news comes out. Who knows what it is, but yeah, man. I mean, as far as for waivers, what are you looking for, kind of in the preseason, aka kind of draft time?
A lot of times when it comes to waivers, I always can see, okay, this is the older guy, and he'll probably get the first reps. But do you see where that person takes over? And so you might want to pick him. Just stash him, like later on, like a Bucky Irving, for example. Like, if you it's like, oh, you can see him getting more time, more reps. And it's like, okay, I'll stash him. He probably won a lot of people leagues last year, and they hardly anyone. They might have taken a flyer on Bucky Irving later in their draft, but most of the time he would be one of those waiver gems that you would have picked up, and he would have helped you either compete or win your leagues. Especially if you were like a 10 team, like he definitely was there. So like it's those type of players. Receivers is tough because, Justin Jefferson's rookie season, he wasn't taken in a lot of drafts, but he was picked up by like, oh shoot, okay, they're actually going to use him. And he was taken in week 2 because he was part of a smorgasbord of one of the arguably the best college team ever put together. So you really didn't think that he would be Justin Jefferson that he is. Guess what? That team was just loaded in college, or that LSU team. But there's obviously some waivers. Tight ends can sometimes win you leagues that you pick up. When it comes to kickers and defenses, the thing that I always tell people, for kickers, are they consistent enough from 50? Because the longer they kick, the more points you get. Also, how consistent is their team on getting to the other opponent's 45 to be in field goal range? And if they're consistent enough and you look at their schedule, they're good. For defenses, look at their schedule. Mainly it. Obviously, you've got some of the best defenses, Baltimore, Philly, like Buffalo is probably going to be good defense. Like we know. But there could be those teams that show promise or decent at defense, but their schedule, those next 4 or 5 weeks, they play terrible. They play the Jets when it comes to offenses. So you're probably going to, because the best thing about having a defense or picking the right defense off of waivers is not have to keep dropping and pick them up every week. Because then you're fighting with other people and doing it. So if you can predict, or you can at least get the decent defense, I'm talking off of waivers, not your starting. Like if you have Philly or Baltimore, you're probably going to have them until they have a bye week. But those other defenses, you might be dropping them, and then you want to project and look at defenses that have a decent schedule that can get you some points from them.
Yeah. No, I love it. And kind of talk about kickers. Looking at last year, Boswell apparently was the leading kicker.
Yeah.
There with Pittsburgh. With 188, right behind him, Aubrey with Dallas.
Yep.
That's weird, man. Why do you guys kick so many field goals? Why don't you just score a touchdown?
Because we got a kicker that can kick from 65.
No. Okay.
So it's more. They like it when he kicks more than we score touchdowns.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. And his name rhymes with kicker. His name is Dicker.
Yeah.
And coming in at third, then Fairborn.
He's going to be taken in the 6th round by somebody that might be coming on later on. Okay?
Oh my gosh! Right. Yeah. Sanders, McLaughlin, Lutz. I mean, yeah. The list just kind of goes on and on. For some reason, if I am seeing this correctly, it looks like maybe the first projected kicker. Per CBS, I believe. Yeah, CBS is going to be Matt Gay, who I think finished outside the top 10. Oh, no, there we go. Cameron Dicker there with Los Angeles and McLaughlin. But yeah, I mean, kicker-wise, who do you kind of see as that top echelon to where you're not going to have to worry too much about them other than,
I mean, I still like my guy Dallas. Like I like him.
Yeah.
The dude out of Jags, I want to see if he's still going to keep going with that 70-yarder he booted in preseason.
Bro.
But again, I don't follow the preseason. Just me, just with kickers. I'm just curious.
But man, scorched earth with that kick.
Yeah.
That definitely put him on blast.
Yeah. You want to pick up kickers, because I'm not going to name names. Like, yes, I want Dallas's kicker because he's so consistent from 50 plus. It's ridiculous. But also you want to pick kickers that kick in domes and have less weather conditions against them. So that's why it's tough to pick Tyler Bass for Buffalo Bills.
But hey, the new dome. They don't have to worry about that. They don't have to worry about that. The new dome cured. There's not going to be any wind issues.
They're playing this year, though.
Into that open deal, man. Yeah, but Dynasty.
Yeah.
Dynasty, man.
Okay. There's no kickers in our Dynasty League.
I'm not saying our Dynasty. I'm just saying Dynasty in general.
Okay. Fine.
Keeper leagues.
Right. Yeah. No, that's the only thing is like, do they play in like Green Bay's kicker? Like, I don't know. I'm not picking him. Like again, it's just there's no like one kicker other than my guy.
My guy. But yeah, looking at the kicker situation though, the projected is Aubrey, dome, Bates, in Detroit, a dome. The Chargers, are they in a dome?
Yes, so far.
Okay. I figure because since they're in LA, but I keep thinking San Diego. Pittsburgh is not a dome.
No.
And Boswell is there. But they also typically could not score too much.
No.
And they have Aaron Rodgers. They have DK Metcalf. We'll see what they do this year. The McLaughlin with Tampa Bay, just good weather. But Harrison Butker, they're in Kansas City, no dome. So even right there, top 6, 3 dome, 3 no dome. But yeah, then after that, Atlanta, Fairborn and Houston, But it's fun though. It's a good time, just jumping around from kicker to kicker. But to talk about defenses though, if you look at some of the projected ones,
just saying, I'm not a fan of no dome. Okay, I'm not a fan of no dome.
Yes. Thank you for participating in that. Yeah. But no, Philadelphia Eagles, they're projected at 109 points, number 1. Then the Steelers, Pittsburgh Steelers, with the new acquisition with Jalen Ramsey and quite a bit of others. Then you got Baltimore Ravens, who've just always had a good defense. Denver Broncos, the elevation really helps them out. Buffalo Bills. Why are we talking about all these cold places and good defenses, man?
Yeah, because the elements are tough to score in.
God dang it. And then Detroit Lions, our first dome defense.
There's just such a good roster. That's the thing.
Oh, dude. And defensive-minded coach. I wouldn't be surprised if the Patriots take a step up somehow.
The Patriots and the Panthers, not in defense, but I'm just saying as a team.
Exactly. I'm saying overall too. Yeah. I mean, they might be a little bit the Trojan horse, so may want to pay attention to some of their key positions because they will be taking some steps up. I love Vrabel as a player and as a coach. He was incredible at Tennessee, which I know you got to be a little bit of a fan of for a short time.
Vrabel's so awesome.
Yeah,
awesome.
No, coach is coach for sure. And very reminiscent of CMC or Detroit Lions. What's his acronym? MCDC. Thank you.
Motor City Dan Campbell.
Yep. But man, anything else on the waivers?
No, let's wave the waivers away and bring on our guest to make sure we're all above board.
Let's do it.
We gotta get this camera went down.
Oh no. Man,
all right.
Your 2023 league champion, also your current, and as long as we can pay the bills, your league legal representation. Maybe he's the the Players Association. I don't know, but we call him Daniel Hagan. So we got. What is that, man? That's a nice. That's a good looking trophy.
Oh, you're muted. Let me unmute you.
Okay,
Now you're
no,
good.
you're good. Yeah, go ahead.
Well,
Yeah.
glad to see that I have a voice at this tier table.
Yeah. Yeah, we had to wait till the check cleared.
Yeah.
That's what that was. Our apologies, man.
You know, I do like to admire my trophy from that fabled season of 2023.
Yeah.
But I have been thinking, it is awful lonely up there.
Yeah.
It does
Okay.
look awful lonely up there. I think we need to bring some companions.
It's so lonely.
So lonely.
So lonely and sad forever.
So, what are you looking forward to in this upcoming season? Obviously, you already know all the tips and tricks that I just said. We know you're probably going to take Dicker in the 6th round. That's okay. We're not going to judge you, even though we hope you do. So that frees up other stuff for us.
You know, you can never be too early when it comes to these things. I always advise my clients, you want to be prepared in the event of catastrophe. So I advise everyone in this here draft, don't be afraid to pull the trigger on your favorite team's kicker early. I full-heartedly recommend this.
Like that. And Chris the Gift Taylor saying that you're his favorite lawyer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, you don't practice over there on the East Coast, though, do you?
I'm here in the Midwest.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. There you go. There you go, Ryan. He's closer to you than he is to us.
I'm bringing the Charger spirit to Chicago.
Yep. Yeah, actually, it's pretty close to me.
Hey, but
anyways.
your Chargers, I'm interested to see where you take a certain rookie that plays for your team this year.
Right.
I'm going to be very interested.
Well, are you talking about Keandre Lambert-Smith, or are you talking about Trey Harris?
Neither, and you know who I'm talking about. Don't bury the lead.
Like it.
No, we got some great wide receivers. In fact, you should forget any other position exists. In fact, I just want everybody to be thinking wide receivers only in the first 3 rounds, and then that'll be great for me.
Just take Q Johnson. I mean, he's totally.
Yeah, I'm especially after this last preseason game, I couldn't be more excited.
That was scary. The fact that he got concussed. Like it was it didn't even look that bad, and he just
instantly down. It's kind of like when the last time Tua went down, and it's like he kind of barely got touched, and he's already concussed.
Yeah. It's scary. It was scary.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not making fun of him. I brought him up for that reaction, but I'm not making fun of him because that's just get better, dude.
Absolutely
on that. But you are here to make sure everything is above board because he wants to, obviously we always have him on for make sure everything's above board so no one attacks us, because we do. We have our lawyer here to say, but also because I pulled his name out of the hat first last year and he had the first pick. We're not going to say how his season went and who we picked because it didn't work out.
But the terms of the contract that I signed with this league are strictly confidential. So as far as everyone knows, yes, that was totally by chance.
Yeah. But there will be 12 teams this year. That's right. We are expanding. It's time for expansion. And I will do what I did last year, which is show you each team as I put them in the hat to make sure you know I'm doing everything above board. Tvshka will be writing in the names and putting them on the crawl down below so I don't forget.
Hold on. Let me make sure it works.
Okay. There it is. Still works. Signed his on a Taco Bell napkin. All right. It's still legally binding as long as everyone has the copy. So, all right. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Your 2025 Fantasy Ruckus EV draft order. Not yet. I am just showing you the names as they go into the hat. First off, we have the greatest team ever assembled, which is the Soulful Hilltoppers.
Debatable.
Hey, we won a championship. So.
Oh, here? You did? Where's your trophy?
We won a championship. Speaking about someone that doesn't have something, some homeless guy.
Yeah, because he doesn't even have a home.
No,
Yeah.
That's a really extravagant box that you're living in, sir, behind you.
Only the finest.
You pay property taxes on that box?
Actually, I don't.
Yeah. It's a homestead.
Mhm.
Then we've got Tar Heel for life.
Oh, those guys.
Yeah, those guys.
Ugh, those people.
And then for some reason they decided to. There are defending champions, I believe, is the Springfield Isotopes or whatever they're called.
That is correct. Yeah.
Defending champions.
Supposedly, that is still the name he's going to go with. So,
Yep.
Oh, if it works.
We have Team All You Need Is Love, which I believe is one of the new ones, or it's a
I believe that's a little
That
bit of a
was me.
change. It's a San Diego fan.
That was me.
Oh, that's right. It's you.
I felt swayed by the power of love.
Just the whole Saquon
Jordan
Barksdale
Love.
thing throws me off because I'm so used to being Saquon Barksdale.
Well, I was unfortunate. I was a little bit bullheaded and picked Tyreek Hill first overall instead of Saquon, and no more needs to be said about that.
So, I mean, did you recently go up to space and now you're one with love? Like you're so much more in touch with love?
No, if anything, I've been turned off that whole nonsense. There is no such thing as the power of love. This is not the season of love. I gave up on love last season.
All right, Huey.
All right.
Lewis
Well,
in
you may
the
want to
news.
update your name.
This is a new member, Cash Kieran.
Yeah.
I'm not pronouncing that correctly. I'm sorry if I didn't. I think I nailed it. As you know, if anyone's a watcher of all the shows we do on here, me and Tvshka nail names.
So good.
You're so good at pronunciations.
Yeah.
Next one is our boys over the Finstock Sports Network, the greatest show on turf, because that is the Dolphins fan. So we go on that. Our fellow Niners fan, Bang Bang Niner Gang. Speaking about reaching for George Kittle, I'm not going to judge him on it. All right. We have the White Walkers, which is a new team name for I believe that is Shane.
Yeah, that's Shane. Yeah, he had that last year.
Oh, I thought you did. Okay.
Yeah.
He just had his new logo. That's what threw me
That
off.
was the runner-up, I believe, last year, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Then we have Dak Lives Matter, which is not me, surprisingly.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, we got two Cowboy fans in the house.
Then we've got a newcomer, but he's still number one in our hearts, which is Ryan's team. 2 shots of Jaden Daniels.
I wonder who he's going to be gunning for.
And then, and then we have, which is supposed to be a mystery team, but then they came on number 12, which is Banger 49.
Yep.
So all names are going in said hat. As you can see, the names are in the hat as I am shuffling them up.
Wait,
Hold on.
let me. Where? Oh, here we go.
Okay.
All right.
That's
The
legal.
lawyer
That's
is there. I am shuffling them up. I am not looking as I reach in to pull out the first pick in the 2025 Rev. I have the name in my hand. I am not looking. I've been looking at the camera the whole time as I pull out the number 1 pick.
We got.
It is Tar Heel for life.
Boo, dude.
So there's
Right.
that.
He won't know what to do with the number 1 pick, anyways.
I think he's got a good idea. All right, the number 2 pick as I shuffle them up. And as I say, I will keep looking at the screen as I pull out the name. I have one in my hand. I feel like Tony Hinchcliffe right now, which is Cash Kieran. I think I am destined to pull my name out for the 7th pick in every draft going forward.
You learn a lot about your new opponents on what they do. If they have one of the top picks, I feel like you learn a lot about your new guys. So looking forward to learning about you, Cash.
All right, then the 3rd pick so far in said draft. All right, it's in the golden buckets. It shall be Dak Lives Matter.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, they get that pick. All right, going in. Back again. See my friends. All right. The next pick, which would be the 4th pick, correct?
Yep, 4th one.
We are on 4th one. Okay. Fourth pick will be 2 shots of Jaden Daniels. You know, fourth overall for Jaden Daniels. Yeah, I'd take it.
I reckon he'd be available.
Yeah, you never know. You never know, but he probably will.
First round, he probably should be.
My very first year ever playing fantasy football, I took Aaron Rodgers #1 overall, and he went on to win his MVP that year. I think it was his first one.
Where did you finish, though?
That's not important.
Exactly.
All right. The fifth pick in said draft is the greatest show on turf. At this point, just give me 12.
Bless it.
As I sit there doing it myself. But this is what happens.
Next year, we got somebody else that's going to draw. This is terrible.
The next pick in the draft is Bang Bang Niner Game.
I think we're going 10, 11, 12. I think the three of us here might be going 10, 11,
so.
12.
Yeah.
Well, we're at 1, 2, 3.
We're at 7.
7. All right, this is the 7th pick. Okay.
It's more likely than that at this point.
Yeah. All right. The 7th pick in the draft is, hey, look, it's the Sofa Hilltoppers.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
That's out. Well, congratulations. You've made it out into the single digits.
All right.
You're right in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Where you really can't kind of just double up.
I know. So say give us 12 and then yay. So she'd rather have the 7th pick than the 12th. All right. The 8th pick in said draft is the White Walkers. All right. Looking better and better for you all to get the 11th and 12th pick at this point. All right. We're at the 9th pick in said draft is Banger 49.
All right. Well, there goes George Kittle.
And the 10th pick in the draft. Come on. The 10th pick in the draft is, hey, look at this. I wonder who the 11th and 12th pick's going to be because this is the Springfield Isotopes.
Oh, no.
You know we hate you. You know that, right, Josh? Like everybody on screen right now hates you.
I hate myself. I really didn't want the 7th pick. I'd rather have the 12th. I like the turn, but 7th ain't bad.
Yeah. Actually, I don't mind the turn.
And the 11th
I was just really hoping for at least top 6.
Some homeless guy, which means your 12th pick
oh, man.
in the draft.
First to worst.
It's still in the hat. And I draw it out. I show it to the screen to make sure you all know that all you need is love.
Wow. This is a stunning reversal of fortune.
Yeah.
Well, your fortune didn't bode you very well from the picks you made on your first pick.
You know
last
what?
year, so.
That's 100% true. I had the first overall pick, and I absolutely wasted it last year.
Yep. Well, there you go, folks. It is scrolling there at the bottom. Number 1, Tar Heel for Life. 2, Cash Kieran. 3, Dak Lives Matter. 4, 2 shots of Jaden Daniels. Number 5, Greatest Show on Turf. 6, Bang Bang Niner Gang. 7, Soulful Hilltoppers. 8 is the White Walkers. 9, Banger 49. 10, Springfield Isotopes. 11, myself, some homeless guy. And 12, Team All You Need Is Love. God, yeah. Best of luck. Let's see. Yeah, I was correcting you for saying just you and not us.
I'm still working on it after 4 years of doing this. It's fine.
Yeah, know your pronouns as a fantasy owner, okay, bud?
Okay, I'm on it.
Yeah, but I'm Mr. Haygood, sir, sire, your honor. Do you have Esquire?
That's Esquire to you.
Yep. Anything for these fine folks at home before we start signing off?
Always look twice before crossing the street because you want to get hit by the car that has most likely to be insured.
That
I don't know. I've never heard that before. But
that is clippable, and that is also phenomenal.
It's such a good lawyer joke. Wow, that's actually really good.
Yeah, Josh, what do you got for the fine folks back at home?
Oh, the fine folks can find us doing our Rev Sports Wrap It Up every Wednesday at 9 Central, 10 o'clock Eastern, followed by Ruckus Wrestling on Thursday at 8 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock Eastern, as Justin Toner and I break down everything in the world that is the world of wrestling. And obviously the Rev Sports Wrap It Up is myself, Tvshka, and Soul breaking down everything else in the wide world of sports, although we will still be covering football, not really on the fantasy based side of it, because that's what this show is about. And then we have our Rev Book Club coming on the first Friday in September. So be sure, for all those Discord people, link is down below. It's for free. And thank you for the new members that we are getting as we go along in this journey. And hope to see you all at other shows, because guess what? This is the kickoff. This is preseason, but it's still a kickoff of Fantasy F Around with me, Tvshka. Haygood will not. It's not going to be the last time we'll see you on this show. But thank you all. That's all we got.
Yeah, that's right. It's a new season for us all.
Live draft.
Y'all take care. Peace.